Good morning, this is John Piper with the weekend video clip, and it's Saturday the 21st of September. I'm looking here at a chart of the Dow. I've been saying that expiry may be pivotal, and that hypothesis looks good for now. This decline has, because the high has been taken out, now counts as corrective. I'm not quite sure of the corrective count here. I suppose it could be a let me just get rid of the line so I can it counts much better as a 5 as I've been showing you, but I guess it could be an A, perhaps an irregular B to there, then an A, well, a 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. It can be counted as an ABC. I guess most things can really, but it's much better as a 5. Nevertheless, we've now got a 1, and the 1's pretty corrective too, which obviously supported the original count. 2, 3, 4, and now 5. We've got a nice spike sell-off there. New highs made, and then it just slipped back. Not much happened actually on the day of the news, but yesterday's slide was quite convincing. For those of you who have my tunnel trading booklet manual, which is only I think £179. Yesterday was a great day for tunnel trading. The 20x system paid off twice, in fact, yesterday. The tunnel prices were very high. You never really know whether or not there's going to be a tunnel trading opportunity until you look at the prices. I checked them around, I think it was about 4 or 5 p.m. UK time, and I was able to sell the 100 tunnel for I think 95 or thereabouts. Those then came good, and the 180 was then priced at 95, so I'll sell those again for quite a nice little payday. A very easy little system, all explained in the tunnel trading book. And if you like that, then please order it. It does come with a full money back guarantee. Very happy to refund if you don't like the book. That's all part of the package. Either it works for you and it's something you'd like to do, in which case obviously happy to pay for it, presumably. If it doesn't work for you, then we're very happy to refund. Anyway, you want to try it, please do. Now then, so the question is, have we seen a major peak? I think certainly a case we have. And I'll be looking for shorter-term opportunities to enter this possible new downtrend. Very early days, of course, but I think there's a lot of good stuff in place now. QE, I think, has failed to achieve much. That's basically been admitted by the Fed in their report, Thursday's comments. That's why they're continuing. So the fact they're continuing something that doesn't work does sort of smack of desperation. What more can they do? It just I think it's all in the price, as it were. The price is as high as it may want to get. It'll never be too definite with these things, but there's a case that is they've shot their bolt, and it's there's a case that everything's in place now. We had this break to new highs, complete reversal or rejection of those higher prices. We'll look at the other patterns on the DAX and FTSE in a minute, and the Nikkei, in fact. But this could be something quite substantial. Often, when moves start, you see quite a lot of backing and filling. But I think the markets are changing. A lot of this mechanized trading is coming in, system trades. Everything is a bit different these days. It's getting faster and faster, and things can't just go bang. We are positioned. Not the best entry point, to say the least, but I plan to add to this once we get some confirmation about this, and I'll be looking for shorter-term opportunities. If I see these, I will, of course, mention them in the reports. Let's look at the shorter-term action here. Okay, that is the peak. No confirmation, but that could be a 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe this counts when I see the 3, a complete 3 possibly. So in after-hours trading, the market blipped up a little bit, so we could be seeing a fourth wave coming in, followed by a fifth wave. But I am concerned we could just sort of start falling away sharply. If we see selling spikes come Monday morning, then I suggest that those are worth going short on, and I will send a report through. But these things can be quick, so you need to be watching really. By the time I've actually prepared an email, sent it out, it could take half an hour or longer. Emails, of course, they arrive, but not necessarily read that quickly. But I'll do an SMS as well if we see something that's particularly good. In fact, the SMS will come before the email. Anyway, we certainly have a case. We may have seen a peak. The upside pattern is pretty good. We discussed that in Wednesday's clip. I don't plan to do the second issue of the technical trader this morning. I want to see a bit more development first. So it may follow on Wednesday. Depends how things pan out. I am travelling to Singapore on Tuesday, so there won't be a report Tuesday morning, but there will be. So, well, there will be on Monday if need be. Right, let's have a look at FTSE. No change here particularly. Still got the 5 waves down here, nice and clear, followed by this possible flat. Whoops, let's see if we get the thing to actually mark it. With the C wave there. And I was looking that we might get to see 6, 7. We've failed to do that. So we've even got perhaps a weak indication of the flat there. Let's have a look at the shorter term. Okay, the peak was seen on Thursday. We saw a possible 5 wave decline, again very short term, 3, 4, 5. Then maybe a corrective move, then a move to new lows. Really not much happening. I mean, it could go either way. Say the worry is that the serious money looks at what's happened in the last few days and decides to sell the market, which could come either at the FTSE Open or the Dow Open or some other point. But there is certainly the case for something to happen that could be dramatic on Monday. And selling spikes, nice simple system. You just look for a higher open, meaning the market opens at maybe the high of the day. You see traders selling the market, so you join them with a stop above the highs. Otherwise, there are plenty of other things you can do, like 5-minute bar systems. Most trading systems, in fact, a lot of trading systems lend themselves to just being an entry system for trading. If you want to go short, there's a variety of ways of doing it. The key thing is to either adopt a low risk strategy, or if you really want to be short, then you can just not use stops, but of course you need to use a corresponding smaller position, so that your risk is small in the context of your trading capital. I mean, the big thing is not to risk too much on any one trade. So not a huge amount there. The upside pattern again looks like it could be complete, but as yet not much to go on the downside. On the DAX, we've had these gaps being left. 1, 2, and 3. These are all extreme gaps, meaning the market actually never traded beyond the high of the previous session. Extreme gaps are quite rare. These are quite rare that they're left open like this, and we've got say 3 in a row here. Yesterday, the market, sorry, not yesterday, on Thursday, the market decided to close partially that gap, and it looks likely that might continue and quite easily come down to 8.3. So there are some short-term opportunities there. Afraid at the least. I mean, obviously, if we have seen a reversal, we could see a lot more than that. Let's look at the shorter term here as well. Okay, we've had a nice selling spike there. No real form to decline down to there. This looks pretty corrective. ABC 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's maybe a 4, 5 again. It's all again. The downside action is just showing not much happening really. And of course, it was expiry. Expiry tends to bring in technicalities which can confuse patterns. There are buyers and sellers as expiry takes place. People jockeying for positions, trying to adjust these stock prices to suit their options, etc., etc. It's a major shift in the markets. I think personally, I think expiry is one of the most important factors of market action, and it always amazes me that nobody else talks about it. For timing purposes, it has been extremely useful over the years. And it may well be on this occasion. It remains to be seen. But again, there's not much to go on the DAX. But if we see selling spikes on Monday, then that'll be something that certainly I'll be looking at, and I will alert you they're in place. But as I say, there is that delay, which is inevitable. No change on the Nikkei. So I've got this possible 5-wave decline. We discussed that on Wednesday. Possible flat A, B, C. I mean, 15,000 is the sort of key area. But nothing at all on the downside to go on. But there is that potential reversal pattern in place there. So I have to wait and see how that develops. Okay, T-bond just blipping up a little bit. Nothing much happening. I mean, having seen this quite substantial decline, it could be we see a bit more of a blip up here. For example, if stock indices fall away, bonds might recover a bit. But right now the trend is down, and the rally is weak, to say the least. Gold. Well, gold still looks negative. Clear ABC, we discussed that. Fairly sharp pullback. A real blip up as QE started to, because of this eternal QE. Obviously, because it devalues the dollar. So, as the dollar is devalued, gold will go up merely because the price is in dollars. No other reason particularly necessarily. But it was blipped back down again afterwards. and one does wonder what's going to help this market. The fundamentals may be great, but it's all in the price. Then it doesn't matter a jot. Right, pound dollar. Right, pound dollar also engaged a bit of neat housekeeping, closing that gap, or at least almost closing in. The waveform here, I mean, it could be a 5 actually. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, it's not exactly. There is a 1, 2 there. Let's just have a look at it again. See whether we can make it into a complete 5. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 and 5. A, B, C. So it's possible that we're seeing something there which would justify a further short position, or you could just use extreme stop below that level. I think it actually was almost precisely where we entered the short in the first place. We haven't quite seen the top of we haven't quite seen a retest of the trend line. Let's have a look at that quickly. So I stand corrected. We have actually seen a blip on it exactly, and it's fallen back quite sharply. Well, 2 cents anyway. So yes, I think there's certainly a case that we should be re-shorting this. I'll be looking at that in a bit more detail again come Monday morning. But again, for those of you who are inclined to follow your own trading strategies, I would be looking. I would suggest you turn your attention to pound dollar again, because it may well be that we've seen the rally we're going to see, that we've seen the retest, which often happens. And that we're going off down again, but extreme stop is one thing you could use against that low. The only thing I would say is the market's very close to that low, so a random move could trigger you short at this point in time, and then we see a retest, which 200 points may be more than you want to risk on the trade. Okay, that's a bit longer than I intended today, but there's quite a lot to go through. I hope you find that interesting and useful. We have another fascinating week next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.